Hey guys, Scourge McDuck or SMD here with some more replay reviews of pubs I've played recently. Also, if you would like to buy private coaching, you can do it on Medify. The link can be found in the description. Or if you would like to support me and my team, we now have a merch store, and if you would like to buy some of the merchandise, you can find the link in the description as well. Okay, so in this game I picked Huskar mid. I had someone who wanted to play safe lane, and I figured I wouldn't argue with him and I would just avoid him after the game or whatever, and play mid in this game. So I know Amar from OG has been playing lots of Huskar. I've watched some of his replays. He tried it a few times in tournaments as well. I think he won a game against LGD before the major in a different tournament, and in the major I think he picked it against maybe LGD again, but I think he played it twice in the major and lost them both. But Amar's a big fan of Huskar, and he wins a lot of his pub games with it, and I've been watching some of his pub games with it, as well as some of those officials where he tried it. So I've been playing it a bit myself. This wasn't my first time playing it, but yeah, I played it a few times, but it was a few weeks maybe since I played it last, but I figured I would try it again here. I picked it into seeing, yeah, I took last pick I believe, so I saw Pudge, Oracle, Caudle, and Sky, and this Caudle, this Keeper of the Light, is a mid player, so I figured it was going to be a Caudle mid. Caudle mid wants to push waves and farm small camps, and my hero has magic resistance, so I can pretty much freely farm the lane while he's pushing it in and not really care about getting nuked, and I can tank the creeps under my tower and everything like that. So it's pretty much going to be a trade farm. He's probably going to be higher net worth because he's going to be farming the small camps, which I can't really do effectively until later. But thought it'd be a pretty easy lane in the game. I can purge his W, the Solar Bind, and I can purge the Blinding Light mischance with my life break. As you can see, it says dispel type basic dispel here, and yeah, I don't really care about any of the magic damage that he's going to do with Berserker's Blood. As you can see, it gives magic resistance here. So yeah, you normally always want to scale your Q no matter what lane you're playing on Huskar. It's a 120 damage nuke, which is pretty high for level 1 nuke, and yeah, so it's pretty good for securing range creeps and potentially using it to deny creeps as well, because it will disarm the enemies. So you're going to get the level 1, I'm pretty sure I used on the range creep here. Looks like I missed 2 creeps on the first wave, got a deny. Not the end of the world. Just going to try to farm. Going to be pretty hard to deny too many creeps because of him blasting them. But yeah, as you can see right there, I used the break actually, or not the break, the inner fire, the disarm, to get a range creep deny there. So the early levels are going pretty nice. I have 3 denies now on him, and we're the same last hits. Might be able to deny this range creep too. No, I went to Tango instead. I didn't even Tango actually, just a mistake maybe, or maybe I was afraid of damage, but I shouldn't have been probably since I have the magic resist there. But once again, I'm not really a mid player, so my laning is probably going to be less mechanically, you know, skilled than the enemies here or whatever. Should have got the deny there, but I don't think he was an experienced range anyway, so not that big of a deal. He was trying to push the lane and farm the jungle. Maybe he was stacking, I'm not sure, but the lane's going pretty nice. Used my Q there to harass and get a range creep again. Denied another range creep there. Hopefully I can get another 1 or 2 denies here. Might not be able to. Wasn't able to. Water runes don't matter much. They're okay for getting my mana back. But yeah, the spell also is super low cooldown. The 1 value point in the spell is really, really good at level 1, especially. You can disarm them. If you're in a side lane, you can disarm both people. You can, yeah, use it for last hit securing. On range creeps, you can use it on deny. Ideally, you know, you hit multiple heroes and you get a last hit and the deny with it. But it's pretty low mana. You can actually use it a lot. You don't really have mana issues on this hero throughout the entirety of the game. So I'm top CS. Going pretty well against this guy right there. Once again, used it to secure the range creep. Gonna get the water rune just for the mana back. Don't really care about my health because I attack faster and get more magic resist and things like that when I have less HP. So I didn't backpack my gauntlets, which is a common thing you would do in a situation like that if you want the HP. But I was just picking up for the mana, so I didn't need to backpack anything. So I bought boots. I'm not sure in hindsight if the boots are needed. I know Amar does it in his games, just by looking at his Dota buff. But I'm not sure the reasoning. I'm not sure if he plays more aggressive than I was, but the way I ended up playing was pretty defensive, and I started farming the tri-camp once I had armlet, and I feel like if I just had armlet quicker instead of having brown boots, I would have been able to just farm the ancients and things like that sooner. And I wasn't really walking anywhere with the brown boots. So maybe I need to watch more of his replays and see what he's actually doing with the brown boots, but to me, they didn't seem that useful in this game. I wasn't really contesting too many runes or the enemy's jungle or ganking or anything like that, the way I played. So definitely probably need to study up some more on how Amar plays the Huskar. But yeah, I mean, I'm top CS against a Coddle. My net worth's going to be a lot higher than his because I didn't have to buy as much regen as he probably did. I mean, he's a Coddle. He blasts and has mana from his E, so he's probably not buying much regen either. But my creeps are all lane creeps. He probably has some jungle creeps involved. Yeah, and I bought the, I wasn't afraid of getting ganked or anything like that. I didn't really need extra armor, so I bought the Blades of Attack first just to help me last it. I held the wave there, so it would stay on my hill when the new wave connected. It wouldn't be like, if he body blocked, it wouldn't have started here. And I didn't want it to be in my tower, so I could potentially lose creeps, and it'll bounce back too quickly. So I tried to stall the wave a bit to the side here. 6-minute rune coming up, gonna try and check just so the enemies can't potentially get it if it's there. Didn't see it bought, so walked up, found it. Arcane rune, I mean, if it's like a haste, I could maybe do a gank or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna gank with an invis, it'll just take too long. And they could have sentries in lanes and things like that. Bought a new ward for myself. DD, will help me farm faster. Illusion rune helps you farm a little bit faster as well. But I'm just trying to play for my own game here. I picked a Coddle, I 10th picked Huskar mid. It's not really a hero that ganks or anything like that. You just want to farm and play for your own game. So getting close to Armlet actually got pretty low here from the blast. I had a Fairy Fire, but I think I lucked out a bit that his damage just wasn't high enough. He's starting to get a bit annoying with Coddle though. He has high levels, low cooldowns on his abilities. Now he can lower the cooldown on his Q and things like that. So I don't really want to play in the lane too much longer. I have the Armlet. I'd like to push the lane if possible and then jungle or just give the lane to my support. I think I tried to give my lane to the Tiny here. Yeah, I drew it on the line, but he wasn't sure at first, but he went. So this guy warded here. I figured there was a ward placed. I had no ult here either. That's something I saw Mar doing, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because the ult's kind of nice. You can use it on neutrals since it doesn't cost any mana. You can use it every 16 seconds on neutrals if you want, and it also lowers your HP. So if you are trying to farm on high HP, or you start, like when you walk to the jungle, if you are on high HP, you can get lower quicker, which gives you more attack speed. So this guy's trying to blast. I'm just trying to toggle or whatever and farm. Just blasting here and trying to make sure I don't get like broken from those creeps and die. Just walking between the jungles now, the top side and the bot side jungles. Don't really want to show in lanes because my HP is low. Don't want to die to any blast. I just want to play off the map and get my items. I don't really want to gank or anything like that. Just don't really want to die. So we actually have a nice gold lead here. I'm pretty ahead on mid lane. Obviously, I'm not roaming at all, so the Coddle is. So he has 3 kills. But I'm able to farm Ancients really early, so my net worth's keeping up with him and ahead of him, which is pretty impressive considering he's a Coddle. It's like the fastest farming mid laner. Right now, you can push all the waves in, you pretty much one-shot them, and then you can go and farm the jungle while the waves are dead, while I'm farming waves under my tower. So I'm not really getting any jungle camps added. But yeah, I mean, he's able to roam, he's getting kills. I'm still keeping up with net worth though, even though he's getting some kills. I bought an Ags here in hindsight, I think, and then my games since this, I was going BKB, and I think in hindsight, yeah, in this game, BKB probably would have been better. But, yeah, BKB will just allow you to, not care about the Coddle even more. Like I said, I have my ult to purge the Coddle, but having a BKB means I can ult in, and then if he uses his, like, W or his blinding light on me, I can just BKB and not care about those. Or if I get disarmed by Oracle after leaping in, I can just leap in more, like, aggressively when you have a BKB. But Axe is pretty good on Huskar. If you don't know what it does, makes them attack you with the taunt, like Axe's Q or whatever, like Legion's Dole. 3 seconds, it gives you 300 extra cast range on your ult, so you have a lot more cast range. And you do high damage, and, obviously when you ult, lowers your HP, so you attack faster with your E, so you can pretty much kill anyone when you ult them with Ags. Yeah, just staying on my side, still ahead of the Coddle. But as you can see, I'm 0-0-0, and the Coddle is 4-0-2. And that's just going to happen when you pick Huskar like this. Well, in my opinion. Once again, maybe if I watch more Amara, maybe he's playing aggressive and doing some tactics I'm not aware of. I watched a few of his games, but I feel like in the early game you generally just want to farm and try and get your items. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. It's going to be pretty boring. I'll try and see what happens when I get my Ags. I mean, I kind of know, but I'll just go over it when it happens. But right now, just farming. Have my Ags coming. So we kind of want to swap now places on the map because we're dire. If we were Radiant, this would be fine. If we were mirrored, if we were farming the enemy's safe lane on Radiant, because we're around Roshan, and farming our Tri-Camp is around Roshan too. But we're on dire, so we want to swap the map now. Because we want to play for Roshan on Huskar. Because obviously, you do play on low HP. There is potential for you to die, just by bad toggles and things like that on Huskar. So having an Aegis just makes it so much easier to go and hit buildings freely and play a lot more aggressive. So right when I get my Ags, I TP mid. I have a pretty good team. Did the smoke miss me actually? But I think they sort of called for me to do this too. But I'm not sure what happened with the smoke, if that's a replay bug or what. But TP in and try and smoke and catch heroes. Yep, taunt this guy. He's attacking me. He can't ult himself or anything. He's dead. We got to toss back on this guy. He's dead. Not sure if we play for Roshan yet, because they do have Void and Coddle. I guess Void had no Chrono. Not sure if we knew that. It's actually coming up, so would have had it for the Rosh fight anyways. So we're just looking for more kills here. And yeah, we get a few. They do end up chronoing, so now we can maybe go Rosh. The Coddle is still pretty scary, and the Pudge hooks can also be pretty scary. The fight wasn't the greatest. We've pretty much been at a 3k net worth lead out of lanes in the entire game. But they have a Coddle, so like he's a really fast farmer. We're not getting behind on gold, which is nice. After this Oracle kill here, we put under a ward. It's pretty nice now. We're up to 4k gold lead. Get tossed in, toggle, don't die, thankfully. A little scared chasing that Coddle. Would have been nice to kill him, obviously. May have been able to force Roach with the Coddle dead and the Void not having Chrono. My Bloodseeker is also now highest net worth since I came top. I was sort of taking a lot of his farm early, farming bottom in the Ancients. But now I'm playing aggressive for the last few minutes with my team and my Ags on the top lane. So he's getting a lot more space to recover. The enemies can't really pressure him because they're dealing with us. And they want to play around Roshan as well. Team tries to do another fight, they get a kill. They feed the Tiny though. Not sure why we're roaching right here actually. The Chrono's come back up now. I think someone on my team called to do it. But yeah, it's pretty scary. It looks pretty bad in hindsight, but we forced the enemies there and didn't lose Roche and did not die, so it's okay. It would be nice to have a BKB. I killed the Oracle like twice with my Ag so far, and that's about it. So my Seeker gets gone on bottom. I started TPing, but it looked bad and I canceled. In hindsight, my Razor had a BKB in there for a while. Would have been probably better to finish my TP. Maybe could have killed the Void or some other heroes there. Gonna push the lane though now that the enemies are bottom. Still trying to play around the Roshan. I think ideally when they were going on our Bloodseeker we should have forced Roche, but everyone was like not in position and reacting, so it didn't really work out too well. Coddle's pushing the wave here. I'm gonna try and set up on him with my Ags. With the extra cast range, I'm able to cast it from Fog and kill him. So now no Coddle. They used Chrono on bottom, I believe, to get the Bloodseeker kill, or was it on the Razor who they tried to kill? Doesn't really matter though. Now we're probably going to be able to force Roshan, but our Tiny actually ran in and died beforehand, so maybe we don't do it. I have BKB though now, so we can maybe look to force Roshan or play more aggressive while the Chrono's down especially. Looks like we're choosing to just look for more kills. With the extra cast range from the smoke, I'm able to taunt him again and kill him. BKB did there. Honestly, it looks like I probably didn't need to. It was magic damage I was taking, but I just didn't want to die. I wanted to force the Roche while the Coddle was dead, and I figured I could do it without my BKB, probably. Luckily, leaped out of the Chrono there. Yeah, but I mean, I pretty much just farmed until I had an Ags. It's the same thing. You farm until you have an Ags or a BKB. In my opinion, I've seen Amar do it as well, and I think it like came back to like bite him in the butt or whatever when he went Sange or full Halberd. And I tried it a few times too, and it just feels like it delays your item timings too much. I've seen like Tomato just go like Armlet Treads BKB, and I like that more than the Sange too, I think. Like, I mean, I just like Brown Boots BKB honestly the most probably. I don't think Treads are really needed. You have enough attack speed from your E or whatever. So it's just really HP that it gives you and a little bit of damage. But yeah, you just want to buy one item and you want to farm it. You want to like fully focus on farming it. Well, I mean 2 items. I got Armlet plus 1. But then I've just been fighting with my Ags. We went top for a while, went bottom when I had BKB. Got a kill. Yeah, I still want to look at this Chrono slower. I just want to see if he tried to like chrono me kind of or what. I'm not sure. It looks like he was trying to chrono me because he instantly went to try to focus me, but noticed I wasn't in it. And I think I was able to interfire him and disarm him. So good fight for us. Caudle was dead in that fight from bottom. And we were going to just try and push the tower, but they thought they could defend it. So they tried to fight, and they ended up giving us 4 more kills while Caudle was dead. And now we're able to finally take down Roshan. Pretty late for a Huskar draft. Sometimes you can sneak it earlier. It's a little easier to sneak it when you're on Radiant. But we got it. We got the Aegis. Gonna try and probably push towers now if we don't think we can kill towers, or if the enemies are killing our waves too quick. We're probably just gonna look for kills. Right here they glyphed and there was a fight going on, so I came to the fight instead. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to catch anyone. Caught the Oracle again. Yeah, this Razor, Moose, Kim, pretty good player. I think he played it last TI. Yeah, he's 7-5 right now. He's dying a bit now, but he ends up doing really well here. But a lot of the kills are like taken from me or I'm participating in. I'm pretty sure at the end of the game, I have a bunch of assists and he has a bunch of kills. Not sure. It doesn't even look like he was chaosing. I think eventually I started trying to chaos with my Q because I was getting frustrated, not getting any of the kills. But we got 2 kills there on me and Razor. Our Bloodseeker managed to die, which is unfortunate. But pushing in the lanes, trying to look for kills. The Void was under a ward, so we TP'd and tried to catch him. And then he's just time walking away and TPing. So he doesn't die. Gonna probably kill this wave and either hit towers or run across the map. It looks like we're going for the run across the map. Halberd gives you status resistance, which is pretty nice since you played pretty psychotic on Huskar. Also, the regen amplification is pretty good with Berserker's Blood and Armlet. And the evasion's pretty nice because playing like a Psycho and another disarm is pretty nice for the same reasons. If I can use like that disarm before Void's BKB, after his BKB's down, I can then use my other disarm, things like that. Get a nice toss back, get another kill. Our gold lead hasn't went too crazy, seeing as it was like 3k out of lane, but once again, they have like a Caudle that farms really fast, and the Void has a Midas, so their net worths are going to be a bit inflated on Radiant. And my Seeker died like 2 or 3 times after I got my timings. Aegis timing out, get a nice tier 2 beforehand, now we can get the outpost if we want. Try and look for a fight. No Aegis here, gotta be a little cautious. We got the Oracle ult on this guy. They have no chrono, I guess it's coming up, yeah. Gotta watch out a bit. Get some kills, probably gonna get the outpost if possible. Yeah, playing really passive for the chrono here, don't wanna get chronoed. We see the Void, and then, yeah, I mean, I just taunt him here. I Q'd him, I disarmed him in case he got anything off after. He has a BKB, yeah, but I mean, he's just taunted, he can't use anything. So he sees a really low Seeker. I'm playing really well in the fog here. He's looking for a chrono opportunity. He maybe had one there if he did it instantly, if he instantly chronoed the Seeker. I'm not sure if I can leap through the chrono and taunt him. Probably not. It'll probably just stop me when I hit the chrono. But maybe he also thought the Seeker would die without chrono. But if he instantly chronoed here and Mjolnired and BKB'd or whatever, probably could have killed the Seeker. But he didn't do it, and I, once again, leaped from fog. Let's see if he sees me at all. He saw me a bit under the ward, actually. So maybe he could have BKB'd, but he did not use his BKB. Now he's taunted, he can't use anything. He's double disarmed, and he's dead. Get the outpost back, or try to actually. I think I die here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I probably should have told my team to stay closer if I wanted to do that, or I'd just left myself. But the Razor lived, which is fine. Or, I mean, you know, it's not fine that I died, but it's okay. He got the pledge. My Razor has 12 kills now. He was like 7-5. Now he's 12-5. Getting a lot of gold on him, a lot of experience. His net worth's actually still kind of low, all things considered, but their pledge is super low net worth as well. Buy a blink here just to help me find the Caudle better. So they use the chrono, and then look, once again, like I said, if I can halberd before a BKB, it's really nice. He's being greedy with it because he thinks this Razor's just going to die. And I blink from fog and instantly disarm him. Really hard to react to that. He's going to have to preemptively BKB there. In which case I can disarm him after his BKB. But yeah, so I blink in, disarm him. My Razor's probably going to live because of that. Ult the Sky just to kill him. He doesn't get any spells off. Yeah, my Razor lives because of the disarm. Void dies because the Razor's alive and because the Bloodseeker shows up and uses spells on him. I catch this guy with my blink again. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Amar buys blink too often. I think it's pretty good with the Ags, especially in a game against ranged spellcasters like this Coddle, Oracle, Sky. And right there you saw just blinking to Halberd the Void even, and blinking away from Chronos can potentially be really nice. Looking to go high ground just because they're all dead and they have no Chrono. Our Tiny dies, we play a little passive. I actually go back in. I have BKB. I guess I'm just not too worried. Looks like my team wasn't on the same page at first. It took them a while to react, but I'm really strong and I know they have no Chrono. So it's just me sort of knowing how my hero works and assuming my team will react if needed. And right here, taunt the Void again. He just dies after buying back. I don't think we're able to end here, but maybe we are. Let's see. They're just blasting on Coddle. Oh, I mean, I got hooked, I guess. I didn't really dodge the hook. Yeah. We're not able to end here because of the Coddle, but we're in a super good position. Got a Rax, got 2 tier 4s. Roche is spawning soon. As long as they don't get Roche here, we're going to be pretty happy. Yeah, but as you can see, after me and the Razor started playing together, he's gotten every kill and I've gotten every assist. We're in the same amount of kills. I only have 2 deaths too. I guess his deaths were before we started playing together, and he hasn't died since we started playing together, and my 2 deaths were once we started grouping up. But he's getting all the kills, and I'm just getting all the assists here. But team game, he's highest net worth now. I'm falling a bit behind because of my deaths. They used Chrono on our Bloodseeker. I'm clipped, but I have my ult and my blink though when they come up, but I got 4 staff down, and we have Cookie anyways. Took him there, good team fight. Get another Aegis. Get the Shard. Shard's really nice on Huskar. If you watch one of my older YouTube videos, I actually talk about how you used to be able to have the Shard before minute 20 is when you used to be able to buy it. Now it's 15, but back then you could get it really early. I mean, you can still, if you do like a level 1 Roche, you can get a Shard before minute 15 probably, depending on like the Roche RNG or whatever. But, yeah, if you Roche early, you can get it before you can buy it. And it's really good. You can use it while you're stunned. I'm not sure if you can use it in Chrono, because it's like a weird stun. But, like, I'm not sure if you can use, like taunts, like LC ult, like silences and stuns. It's like a taunt or whatever. I don't think you can use it during that, probably. But, you can probably use it, like, during Dismember in this game or while I'm bashed. And it heals you, too. So if you get low and you're able to do that with some armlet toggles, you can catch the enemies off guard with healing up. Satanic's pretty good on Huskar usually, too, for another purge and way to heal up. But in this game, I'm just going for the Strength Blink. I was pretty low on slots, I guess. Maybe after I eat my Ags, I would have won it. But, yeah, we win another fight. Right next to the Roshan pit. Take another Roshan. Have Aegis here. And now we're pretty free to end the game. I believe it ends here. Just really hard for them to fight. All of my disarms with their BKBs are down. Yeah, and we're able to end the game here. So, Coddle is a really passive mid. You normally want, like, mids that can catch him, or mids that sort of want to play passive, since you know he's not really going to pressure you to or either. So the way to counter a Coddle mid is with like jump, like Ember, Storm, things like that, or things like Alchemist and like Huskar, who are just pretty much secondary carries from the mid, because that's how he's going to be wanting to play. But with that, the Coddle's obviously going to be off to a better start and be able to participate more. So even though I was like winning mid and out CSing or whatever and higher net worth, this guy was able to participate in, let's see, 8 kills before I was participating in any. And that's just going to be how that goes down. But once I get my Ags, I mean, I was participating in a lot of his deaths. I killed him top, I killed him bottom, I believe. And then, I mean, I don't remember the rest. But, yeah, last pick Huskar here. Mid-game, my hero damage, I mean, I had those deaths, but I'm keeping up with my Razor. And most of his, yeah, we're in the same exact amount of kills, except he was getting a lot of the last hits. So, yeah, and then my deaths were later too. His 5 deaths were early game, my 2 deaths were later. So my death time's going to be more than his, even though I have less deaths. And he's going to be able to do some more hero damage and farm some more creeps while I'm dead. But yeah, our Seeker, not sure, he didn't do too much. He farmed, I guess he's late game security if needed. But, and he tanked some Chronos for us and things like that. But pretty nice game overall. I guess I'd never really talked about talents. I'll do that real quickly. But it took inner fire duration. You don't really need the slow once you have your Ags, because they're going to be taunted, so it's not that useful in my opinion. Most heroes should die during the taunt. I've seen some people take lifesteal, some people take burning spears. I'm not sure. what Amar does. I think he takes it depending on the game. In this game, I just thought I wanted to man up on heroes, so I took the lifesteal. If I'm low, I want to heal up too. I'm not too sure how you decide on that. I think I would usually just take the lifesteal nowadays. I used to take the Burning Spears DPS, but they also nerfed it a bit, so I prefer the lifesteal lately. Level 20, Berserker's Blood Regen. I just think that one's better, even with Eggs. The life break cooldown's not that high, 3 seconds off. I think it's just a little too risky. If you die after you life break in before it comes up or something like that, maybe the Berserker's Blood Regen would have saved you. So I prefer the regen. And for level 20, yeah, once again, your physical damage, they're going to die while they're taunted. Even if they have a BKB, if you have the pure damage, I believe it stacks up through the BKB. So, and the taunt goes through BKB as well, I believe. So there's no reason to have life break damage, in my opinion. You can just ult them and right-click them to death with the Burning Spear's pure damage. And yeah, that'll increase your DPS a lot. And I guess, once you get, level 28 or whatever, you can get the 4 more Burning Spears DPS, which will obviously work on the pure damage as well. But yeah, you just pretty much farm an item, a BKB or an Ags, and then look to fight with your team and try to play around Roshans.